Hi, I'm Ben, and holy shit, y'all, has it been a while since I've made a YouTube video. There's a lot of reasons for that. I got super busy making videos for other people, which has been great, but it does kind of take time away from the hobby type stuff that I like to do, these little vlogs and reviews and stuff like that. I also do a fair amount of making videos for my class that I teach that is about audio post-production. That is the sound for television and film, which is where my career started. But more on that here in a few minutes. But honestly, a big detractor for me for making videos is just the amount of stuff you have to carry around. And so it got me thinking, just having to run around with all this gear kind of sucks. On top of the fact that my preferred mode of transportation is motorcycles. And so I don't like to have to carry a whole bunch of separate recorders around, wireless mics and stuff like that if I'm going out and making a fun video just for myself to do it. And so it got me to thinking, how can I streamline my kit to where everything I need to make a vlog video like this, or, you know, something, could be done with what could fit in my backpack and keep me from having to want to have like a separate audio crew to do this. I wanted to be able to kind of do it myself. The main piece of gear that was causing me most of the problem had to do with audio. Instead of walking around with my Zoom H6 and a shotgun microphone, if I'm just doing a little talk to camera video like this one, I thought I'd try to find a small form factor microphone that can be mounted directly to my camera. And there's a lot of options out there. I'm not the first person to ever do a video like this. So I picked one up and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I like it. Right now, I've been pretty fortunate in my career, working in audio post-production, to have had the opportunity to work with some of the best microphones ever made. You know, they're, you know, the Sennheiser MKH shotgun series, the 70 and the 416 and things like that. And other non-production microphones, something like a Neumann U87, right? It's one of my favorite mics of all time. You audio guys are probably gonna hate on that. Don't really care, I love it, it's a workhorse. But I think it's important that we really kind of assess what it is we need, right? Do I need to go and spend, you know, $1,600 on a microphone for my YouTube audio? Probably not. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the things that I considered when making this purchase decision, and then maybe it might give you some ideas for things for you to consider too. So obviously, when you're buying any piece of gear, you want to know about the quality, right? Is it any good? But I think one thing you should really pay attention to is it any good or good enough for what it is you need it for? Am I going to pick a cheap microphone to go and record a Hollywood movie? Probably not going to get the job done in the way I want. But that doesn't mean a inexpensive microphone can be bad, you know. I don't really expect to make tons of money off this YouTube video, so I didn't want to invest tons of money into this YouTube video. The next thing I considered would be the usability, or in this case, portability, right? If I'm going to be riding somewhere to do a video on my motorcycle, I don't really want to take a Pelican case around with me if I can avoid it. And so having something that just mounts right to my camera is invaluable to me. It definitely is a huge selling point for something like this. And then really the last thing is the value. Am I getting my money's worth? And what is that dollar amount? And how does it correlate to the quality of the item that I picked? So the mic that I ended up going with was the Deity D4 Mini. It checked all my boxes. It's very small. It's so small that if I needed to just pop it and throw it in my back pocket, I could. The other thing is its function, right? It is a super cardioid microphone, so it's going to record a very narrow beam of sensitivity and then project a lot to the sides. You'll hear these referred to as shotgun microphones, and they're used in film production because they reject all this other sound. The built-in microphone on my Lumix S5, it's pretty sensitive. The problem is it's an omnidirectional microphone. It is listening from every direction. In contrast, this is what it sounds like with the omnidirectional microphone that's built onto my camera. You're hearing a lot more of the world around me. The signal to noise ratio is way worse, right? And that's kind of the problem, right? I want to block out as much noise as possible, leaving room for just the signal, in this case, my voice. And this microphone just doesn't cut it. It also has some pretty cool features. Included in the packaging, you get a windjammer. Sometimes you'll hear us. I'm interested to see how that sounds with the car driving by. Included in the package, when you buy this microphone, you get a windjammer, or sometimes us audio nerds will call it a dead cat, much to my wife's chagrin. She really doesn't like that term, so sorry, babe. And that's going to be really helpful anytime you're going to be outdoors. I did a test on this in my house underneath a ceiling fan because it's Florida and you have to have ceiling fans if you don't want to die. But you could definitely hear the wind, the exhaust off the fan hitting the microphone. So that wind jammer is going to definitely be helpful. Also included is a TRRS cable. This will allow you to use it in your phone, right? You can plug it directly into your phone or your laptop, and now you have a directional microphone when you're doing phone calls or Zoom meetings and you've got maybe a room that's very reverberant, you're trying to control that a little bit. It's kind of a nice feature to be included. The other thing that's really interesting, and I haven't gotten to play with it yet, but it has a mic input. So if I had a separate microphone, maybe if I was interviewing somebody and I had a lavalier microphone or a lapel mic and I was behind the camera, I could plug that into the microphone. Or if I had a wireless microphone, something like the Rode Wireless Go system, right? I could have the receiver, you know, strapped to my camera or tripod and then input into the microphone. And what that will allow me to do is record both the microphone that's on the camera as well as to the mic that I inputted into it. Basically giving me 2 channels of audio that can be separated in your video editing program. That's pretty cool. But the thing that blows my mind about this, when you factor in the pretty decent quality of this, the added features, the included materials, is the price. I got this for 50 bucks on Amazon. Is it going to be as good as a Sennheiser MKH 416? No. I'm under no delusions about that. But does this work for what I need? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? Maybe. If this is what you need a microphone for, just you making YouTube videos in a park near your house, or you just kind of want to up your Zoom call game a little bit, then yeah, this mic is good and it's not going to break the bank. If something were to happen to this microphone, yeah, it sucks that I lost 50 bucks, but it's also not a $1,600 microphone. Am I going to use this on a Hollywood shoot? Nah, probably wouldn't use it for that. But will I keep using it for this system? Hell yeah. Anyway, it was really nice to see you guys again. I realize that you're not here with me while I'm doing this, but I want to get back into doing these just because I really enjoy it. And a big reason for me wanting to streamline my kit to make making these videos a little bit easier is that there's this thing happening in October. So yeah, until he gets big enough to be my boom operator, this is going to be a good system for me, I think. Anyway, see y'all later.